And welcome back. Of course, we're both here, so this is going to be a twofer. You get two, as I said,
Bonus.
two for the price of one. All right, here's my suggestion for today's watch list. Now, it's kind of a given. If Tom Hanks does a movie, it's going to be good.
Indeed.
Yeah, and his latest film, Finch, is no exception to that rule. In the movie, he plays a guy named Finch Weinberg, who, I guess luckily, is an engineer, robot maker, and kind of a guy who, lives with his dog, Goodyear, and a rudimentary robot named Dewey. Now, the world around him has been ruined by a solar flare which has destroyed the ozone layer. So, in order to venture outdoors to find things needed to survive, he has to be protected by a special suit that protects him from temperatures around 150 degrees and extreme ultraviolet radiation. In other words, like a really bad day at the beach. He puts his hand in one scene out in the sun and his hand starts frying, kind of. Yeah. All right. At the same time, Finch, who it turns out is dying, is hard at work developing a more human-like robot to take care of Goodyear, his dog, when he's gone. Anyway, a massive storm is approaching St. Louis, where he lives in an underground lab, and it's expected to last for about 40 days, so he knows it's time to leave, and leave quickly. Now, because of this time rush, he's only able to upload about 70% of the data he needed for his new robot. So Jeff, that's the robot's name. You see him like right there in the middle. That's the name the robot chooses for himself. He only has the mind of a young child. Now, that's like just the setup. The remainder of the movie is their cross-country journey in a souped-up motorhome to find a safe place to live. It's a journey of joy, learning to trust, heartbreak, endings, beginnings, danger, and even how to drive or play catch. Now, Finch is everything from a laugh out loud to a tears rolling down your cheeks film with Tom Hanks at his best, and you can see it on Apple TV.
That sounds good. So I'd heard the name of this, but I knew nothing about it, so this is good information.
Yeah, and it's once again, you see Tom Hanks, he's by himself for the most part. He's interacting with a robot that can speak to him.
I was going to say, does he speak more than he did in the
Yes,
Wilson?
yeah. He is speaking with a robot, so he's able to interact, but the other is his dog, and the other is the other robot, which doesn't say anything.
Not very many actors could carry an entire movie by themselves like that.
No, and it is a tremendous. I'm sure it's going to be up for awards. It's that good.
Wow.
I recommend it.
Wow. Okay. Well,
what you got?
So my pick is National Geographic presents Impact with Gal Gadot. It's a short-form documentary series that follows the powerful stories of 6 women who are making an extraordinary impact on their communities around the world. So despite living in areas marred by violence, poverty, trauma, discrimination, and oppression, and natural disasters, these brave women remain undeterred as they dare to dream, stand out, speak up, and lead. The women featured in each short film come from very different backgrounds across Brazil, Puerto Rico, Michigan, California, Louisiana, Tennessee, yet they are all connected by their unwavering determination and commitment to improving the lives of the people around them. So here are some of the overviews of the 6 episodes. The first one's called Icebreakers, and it's set in Detroit, Michigan. We follow the story of Cameron, a 20-year-old figure skating coach in Detroit who has dedicated her life to coaching young girls of color to empower them both on and off the ice. The second episode, Surf Sisters, Kelsey of Half Moon Bay, California, is driven by 2 passions, surfing and helping people through grief and trauma after losing her twin sister to COVID. She turned her grief into impact by healing others through a special surf therapy program that she started for women suffering from the effects of human trafficking, domestic violence, sexual assault, grief, and loss. The third episode, The Ripple Effect, San Juan, Puerto Rico. We discovered the inspiring story of Ariana, a 19-year-old woman leading a team of college students who invented a water filtration system. They're giving the people of Puerto Rico access to clean, drinkable water after years of living living with toxic water after the devastation of Hurricane Maria in 2017 and lack of government assistance. The fourth episode, Coming Home, is in Memphis, Tennessee. We meet Kayla, who has dedicated her life to helping homeless transgender women of color in Memphis, Tennessee. Having experienced homelessness and violence herself, Kayla has created a safe community for those notoriously discriminated against people. She is building 20 houses across Memphis for transgender women who need safety and a place to call home. Number 5, Killer Red Fox. This is in Grand Caillou, Louisiana. We meet Chief Sherelle, the first female chief of her southern Louisiana tribe. Her ancestors have lived on land for hundreds of years, and now they are expected to be among the United States' first climate refugees. Chief Sherelle can't stop the storms, but she's impacting the legacy of her ancestors, the lives of her community today, and the future of her people. And the 6th and final episode, On Point. It's from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We witness the inspiring story of Tuani, a 23-year-old ballet dancer who started a dance company for young girls in the middle of one of Rio de Janeiro's most dangerous slums. She gives students hope for a better future and a safe space away from the violent world around them. And who better to present that than Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
This is what I'm loving about this, giving this voice to these women who are standing up and doing strong things.
Sounds like it. Sounds like
Yes.
6 great stories.
Yes. They're all really short, too, between 12 and 17 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to check out what's going on.